Hello, everyone. I love going live. It's always a good time. So, how are you all doing? If you are just joining or if you've ever joined live, just a heads up, there's a little tab that says live chat, and you can come and talk and hang out and ask questions. I do have a few things that I want to talk about, and then I have some pre-asked questions, but I also want to give those of you who took the time out of your day to be here a chance to ask whatever is on your heart. So thank you for being here live. The full moon is coming up. It's upon us. And if you haven't been around on my channel or on my Instagram, just a heads up, I am holding a full moon virtual event, which is always so good and so healing. So I will put a link down there if you want to join that. But I also wanted to give you some tips and advice on, even if you don't want to come to the live event, you can hold your own little practice, because I feel that utilizing the moon, the full moon, the new moon, it's just a really great reminder to take time to release the things that aren't serving you. So some people are very into astrology, and like props to them. I'm not saying that I'm not, but to me, for me, I like to use the full moon as a reminder of every month during this time. This is my reminder to check in with myself, check in with my energy, see what I'm holding on to, see if there's any heaviness, see if there's any limiting beliefs, see if there's any like unnecessary drama that I'm creating in my life or holding on to that I don't need to be doing. So to me, it's just like this monthly reminder to let go. And within letting go, as you've heard me speak on many times, within letting go, that's what creates space to also call in and bring in what is meant for you. Because if you have all this clouded energy, a clouded mind, like chaos going on, it's hard to even have clarity and the energetic capacity to allow into your life all the beautiful things that you want to call in, right? Yeah, let it go. Yes, please tell me tips for manifestation. I will be doing that in this live. So again, if you're just joining on, hello. Please join the live chat. I like to hang out with you. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm in Los Angeles, California. Where are you at? I love how every time it's like we're all over the entire world. And even though it's like an intimate group of us, we're literally like spread out over the entire globe. We have Chicago, we have Arizona, Kentucky. Where else? I know we have some people in other countries. There always are. California, India. Yes, India. How awesome. Keep this broadcast. I absolutely will. Germany, Virginia, Texas, London. Awesome. Germany, cool. Yay, we're all over the world. How awesome. And hello, Lorena. Lorena just joined the membership. She's the newest Master Manifester member, and also anyone who's in the membership gets to come to all the live events. So Lorena, I hope I'll see you tomorrow at the full moon event. Again, if you're just joining, I will link the full moon event down below because it's going to be super powerful. Yay! Cool. Saudi Arabia. Wow. Colombia, Portugal, London. Can we take a moment to really think about this? Currently, there's 37 people in here, which is an intimate group, 38, and we're literally connected with our energy across the entire globe right now. That's pretty cool. Norway, India. Thank you. Thank you for joining in. We have 44 people and 4 likes. So also, if you do enjoy when I do these lives, if you could hit the like button, I would really appreciate that. I don't really like to speak limitation out often, but sometimes it is important just to express like concern. I feel like YouTube is kind of like taking it out on my channel right now, because I've noticed that people who watch my videos love my videos, but they're not getting pushed out there. So if you could like this video, even leave a comment in the main comment section. share with a friend my channel if you really like it, because that is the best way to kind of like hopefully re-jumpstart the algorithm to push my stuff out there, because I've been noticing it's not ending up in searches, which it normally is. So I don't know if there's been like a algorithm switch. So any support and any help would mean so much, because I was honestly the other day going like, wow, if YouTube keeps doing this to me on my channel, it like doesn't really give me incentive to feel like drawn. Like I want to post here, but it's kind of exhausting if I'm spending all this time and energy and love on my videos, and then YouTube's just like going, nope, not pushing it out there. So yeah, also if you turn on the bell, that will ensure the notification bell, that will ensure that you get notified of my videos. So I would really appreciate that. So thank you all for the love. But anyway, the full moon, as I was saying, I love to utilize the full moon for release. That is, in my opinion, the first step to manifestation. To clear out space, clear the things that do not serve you, clear out the physical items, clear out the limiting beliefs, clear out the resentments and all of the chaos, so we can have clarity to attract what we want. So for the full moon, one thing that I love to do before the full moon hits, that is my sign to deep clean my entire place. So it's not just clearing out your energy and your thoughts and all of that, but like clearing out your physical space. What physical items have you been holding on to that you don't need? Maybe you're like, oh no, I don't want to get rid of that dress that I had 5 years ago, because that represents a time where I was happier with my body. And if I let it go, then that means yada, yada, yada. But that's not the truth. Like, create the space. You don't need that anymore. Create the space. If I always, love to go to the example of manifesting a new home. What pieces of furniture or items or decorations are you like, this does not represent my next level self? Why am I holding on to it? Let's let it go. We can let it go. And then when we create the space, then we can actually attract the things that are meant for our new place that we're going to live, or whatever that may be. So cleaning out now. Yes. Let me go clean my room real quick. Yeah. So every time, once again, every time that there's a full moon, like the days leading up to it, that's my sign. I'm going to deep clean. I'm going to let go of the physical energy, because objects carry energy. Like, there are psychics who can do full readings just by holding onto an object, because that object carries so much energy. So also, like, if you're someone who goes to like garage sales or secondhand and whatnot, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Like, I think that's great, because you're doing your part to save the planet and not buying new things and creating waste and whatnot, but like, cleanse that. So on top of the clearing out your physical space, cleanse, not only just by like wiping it down and vacuuming and whatnot, but I love to use sage or Palo Santo. If you're going to do so, make sure that it's sustainably sourced and don't use it wastefully. I do it in a very like sacred, intentional, spiritual way. So I clean out my space, physical space, step one. I cleanse the energy of my space. So again, Palo Santo or sage or whatever feels good for you. Even just using your pure intention of like visualizing white light filling up your entire space and like releasing anything energetically that does not serve you is very powerful. What are you guys saying over here? I'm gonna wait. So I'm gonna stay in this thought process to give you the step-by-step. So if you're not like taking notes on this, I definitely recommend. So clear out the physical space, clear out the energy of your space. After that, I love to do a chakra/energy clearing meditation, just to clear out the energy in my physical body, clear it out. And again, if you want to come to the virtual full moon event tomorrow, I'll be leading and guiding you guys through this entire process. So it's not something you have to like think about or like go, what meditation do I do? Like, how do I do this myself? Like, it'll be completely like something you can relax into and follow along with. But like a chakra clearing, energy clearing meditation is really powerful. And then next step, I take paper, like a piece of paper, and I write down all the things that I've been holding on to that are not serving me. So is there a grudge you've been holding with someone that you can't forgive someone? Is there a grudge you're holding against yourself? You can't forgive yourself. Is there a belief that's been limiting you? Have you been telling yourself like, I'm not special enough. I can't make money. I can't do, like, whatever is limiting you, put it all on the paper, get it out of your system, whatever it is. Like, I mean, there's endless amounts of things that you could be holding on to, but things that you're really going to look at and go, even if it's uncomfortable, like, I'm ready to let this go. Like, I'm claiming I'm letting this go. So brain dump, get it all out on that paper. And then from there, I move into a fire ceremony. So we'll be going outside on the patio, or if you have a safe space inside with a sink and water, then we take that paper and we burn it. And that's really symbolic of transforming and giving away that energy, transforming it. Uh-oh, your connection is unstable. Is it working? Let me know. It says that my connection is unstable. So if you could leave a comment letting me know. Oh, I think it's working. It's working now. Cool. So someone said that work for relationships too. Yes. So even writing down relationships you want to let go of. Like, is there a relationship that has been toxic? Like, write it down if you're like, I really am acknowledging the fact that this isn't working for me. Or even, it's not even about like always throwing out an entire relationship. Maybe it's a dynamic of that relationship. Like, I release the resentment towards my mother. I know it's a big one for a lot of people, but yes, write it all down. Whatever you're willing to look at and let go of, it's important to do so. Because again, holding on to all that energy and just like letting it float around and not taking a look at it, that just perpetuates that thing kind of controlling your life and your subconscious. What are you guys saying? I literally have been emptying my closet all morning and took stuff out and that I've been hoarding, even though I need to get rid of it. And I felt like I can let it go easily today. Good. Yay. Will selenite work to cleanse? Yes. Chakra, or yeah. Will selenite work to cleanse? I do. Yes, that is one thing. Like, for your body, I do have a selenite wand that I just like do that to cut cords and whatnot. It's breaking up. Is it still breaking up again? Dang it. Can you not, internet? YouTube? Come on. Wow, I'm finding old to-do lists. It reminds me that I have come so far after all. Yeah. So again, reiterating the steps. Clear out your space, declutter, clean, vacuum, scrub the floors, do whatever you have to do. And don't let any of these steps stop you. Don't let the fact that maybe your room's a mess right now and you're like, I don't have time to clean all of that. I guess I can't do the rest of the things. Like, do what you can, and that's okay. Don't let one step stop you. So clean, clear out the energy of your space, again, using sage, Palo Santo, even just your intention. Do a chakra clearing meditation. Then write down a list of all the things that aren't working for you, relationship dynamics, thoughts, beliefs, anything. Maybe it's a job. You're like, I'm done. Peace out, job. Burning it and really feeling it as you burn that. Like, burn that paper and mean it. Like, almost envision all of that energy lifting from you. It's powerful to do that at nighttime under like the moonlight, but you don't have to. It's just like, it doesn't have to be in the dark. It's fine. It can be like, tomorrow we'll be doing it at like that part will probably be happening around 5:30. It's not going to be dark here at least, but that's completely fine. It's just the energy of everything. And from there, you can do anything. Like after you let go of all those things and you feel a shift in your energy and in your body, you can just dedicate that time for release. Or you can also start thinking of, now that I've let stuff go, what would I like to call into my life? Like what have I made space for? Letting this all go means that I have space for what's meant for me. So what is meant for me? One thing that a lot of people often do is they'll charge their crystals under the moonlight. That's one thing, but also creating full moon water. So with that, if you want to do moon water, the whole thing with that, I don't know if you've heard of manifestation using water, but you take water and you put your, like you channel your intentions into it. Some people might be like, this is really woo-woo, but water actually, again, like things, water holds memory and energy. They've done studies on this where they take like the water molecules under a microscope and you're saying like nice, lovely things to it. And the water molecules, the like ice crystals are forming these beautiful shapes. And then you say things that are like hateful and horrible. And and the water molecules and the ice crystals like contort into these jagged, rigid, like chaotic shapes. So it's that whole thought that like, as you're putting that positive energy of your intentions into the water and really meaning it and feeling it and saying it with intention, and then putting it under the moonlight, so putting it out on your patio or outside on the full moon, is said to amplify those intentions. So then you have that water, and the next day you can do different things with it, whether it be like drinking it and like feeling those emotions as you're drinking the water the next day, or you can spread it out and like take a sip of water every day for like 2 weeks. And every time you sip the water, you feel those feelings and really conjure them up in your body. Or you can do different things like create a room spray, whatever you want to do with it. That's super powerful. Yes, moon water is so powerful. Cool. So I'm going to also be guiding everyone through that tomorrow as well. And then I love to finish off the night taking a bath. And if you don't have a bathtub, you can take a shower. You don't even have to, but just like getting under the water. I love using Epsom salts. Epsom salts are very clearing and cleansing. Sometimes like I'll go streaks of every night taking an Epsom salt bath because it's really good for cleansing your energy. And since full moon is in alignment with releasing and cleansing, just ending the night with the cleansing of the water, the Epsom salts, and just relaxing and kind of, I don't know, just letting go more and closing out with that is really powerful. So that's what I like to do. Yeah. So the full moon ceremony that I'll be taking everyone through will be tomorrow at 5 p.m. PST, and it'll last about 90 minutes. Don't worry, I'm not going to spend a ton of time talking about it, but I do want to give you guys, again, the reminder that it's linked down below. And I wanted to read to you 3 testimonials from people who have come to the last events because they're really good. I'm like, you guys have to try it out. So these are 3 testimonials from the last ones that I've held. One is, hey guys, anyone noticing crazy results already from the full moon ritual? I wrote down what I wanted to release, toxic things from my life, and anything that wasn't serving me. I'm already seeing evidence in a big way. People, habits, hobbies, a bunch of long-term stuff is getting exposed or naturally falling away. It's crazy. I'm also gravitating towards those who align with me best as I am now. And I've taken such a huge step from my book this past week. Just today, I bought a copyright domain name as well as started my template for my website. My mind is blown. That's the first one. The second one says, so awesome. I've been wanting to begin to align my chakras for so long, but held back for some reason. I feel so safe and inspired to explore new things. And that was in regards to doing the virtual event. And the last one, this is the most touching in my opinion. This woman had her son joining in while we did the full moon event. And she said, I really enjoyed the full moon event tonight. My 6-year-old ended up being by my side the whole time and participated in a way. After lots of laughs and giggles, my son and I went to bed. A few minutes after the lights were out, I heard him crying softly. I started holding him and asking if he was okay. He began to full out cry. I know that sounds like You're making him cry. But wait, he began to full out cry for 5 minutes, only saying, "It's not fair. And it's so, so sad." I continued to hold him and reassure him that I'm there. Eventually, he began to tell me about an incident that happened when he was 4.5 years old. That was a year and a half ago. He sobbed as if it had just happened tonight. He also shared some other hurts that he had never expressed to me before. I'm amazed how he was able to release this. And he's just 6. He asked me to step in and help. I really wasn't expecting this when I allowed him to watch, but we sang together, prayed together, and during the meditation, I heard him repeating the affirmations. Wow. Like, that touched my heart, that a little kid joined in, and how awesome it is that that parent looked at him crying and expressing this and encouraged it, because so many parents, and I'm sure most of us have heard this growing up, they tell their children, like, stop crying, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. But to hear this mother like encouraging, like, yes, release that. This little kid has been holding onto these hurts for a year and a half and was just like holding it in his little body and felt finally safe to let it out. And it just like touched my heart. So it's really important to allow ourselves to release those things that we've been holding tight within ourselves and not willing to look at. And it doesn't have to be this overly emotional, huge, painful process. It's just like giving yourself time to acknowledge, like, I'm holding on to some heaviness in me right now. And we all do. We all hold on to energy. I would say most of us around here are probably empaths. That's a big part of the whole full moon situation. It's like, if you're an empath, give yourself that chance to seriously release all of the energy from everyone you've been holding onto for an entire month. Like, give yourself the chance to like take it serious to release it, because it's not even always all ours. A lot of the times, the things that we're compressing and holding on energetically, the anxiety, the sadness, the heaviness, we're just soaking in everyone else's sadness, especially with everything going on in the world. Half the things that you're probably feeling, if not more than half, are just you absorbing everyone else and their feelings. Put your crystals out for the moon to cleanse. Yes. When you script and visualize, when your scripts and visualization comes to fruition, does it feel like deja vu? I mean, maybe for some people. I don't know if I would say it feels exactly like deja vu, but it definitely is like, oh my gosh, this is here. And the thing is, for me, when things manifest, it's not like deja vu in the way that I feel like it's happening in the exact way I visualize it. Usually it's like the things that have manifested, it's like, this has happened different than I was visualizing, but better, like bigger than I could have even imagined. So I like to tell people, like, yes, there are like psychic intuitive abilities and whatnot, but with visualization, it's not like a That's So Raven moment where you're seeing a moment from the future. It's you're painting the picture of what you want to create for your life. And oftentimes it comes, and it's not exactly how you're visualizing it, but it's in its own perfect way, and usually better than you expect. So then you're just like mind blown, like, wow, this is better than I even thought it was going to be. This is different than I thought it was going to be, but better. Is there a right time to perform this ritual? For example, midnight. No, I mean, I don't think that there's like, you don't have to hold it to like, it has to be on the dot of the exact minute. It's like the day of the full moon or the new moon. New moon is where I really like to focus on manifestation. Full moon, I like to focus on release and a bit of manifestation. But the energy of the full moon is good for like the first couple of days, like 2 days, about 2 days ahead of it, like leading up to it, then about 2 days after. So I would say there's like a 3 to 4 day window to do this. So that is what I have to say about that. Who wants to help me clean? I feel you. That's why every few weeks or once a month at least, sometimes I'm just like, I'm just going to hire a cleaner. I don't want to do it. Someone do it for me. So sometimes I do that. Sometimes treat yourself to the cleaner. And for me, I feel good about doing that because I'm like, I'm giving someone work. I'm giving someone money for their business. And so it's like it's a win-win for all. Because if you're not someone who loves to clean like me, I feel you on that. But it always feels nice to have an energetically and physically clear space. What is the biggest problem of humanity? There are many answers that could come with that. Someone asked, what is the biggest problem with humanity? The first thought that came to mind is people feeling the urge to take away other people's freedom. And I don't just mean that in like people who are enslaved, because yes, there are still millions of people who are enslaved, from labor to trafficking to prisons to everything. But even in our personal lives, like us feeling the need to control others, it's not even about like, my parents won't let me do this, but like, how often are we putting this pressure on other people of they're not being the way I want them to be, and so I'm going to get mad at them or shame them or have this like energy with them because they're not acting the way I want them to act. That is like energetically enslaving someone. Unless that person is so like open and free in themselves that they're like, I don't care what you think, I'm just going to be me. That's a lot of personal power. But a lot of us, especially empaths, people who have people-pleasing tendencies, like if someone doesn't like something that we're doing, we feel it. We feel the discomfort. And as empaths, it's like, I don't want to make that person upset because they're being upset physically upsets me. I feel that in my body. So like checking in with yourself, even where are you wanting to control another person? Where are you putting expectations on another person where it's like, you're not making me happy. You're not being how I want you to be. So do that, because the more you can allow other people to be free within themselves, the more that will come back to you. The law of cause and effects. Whatever you want for yourself, if you want more freedom in your life, allow other people the freedom to be themselves. That's what I have to say about that. So I think if everyone's a little more open to allowing individual freedom, then that helps the world as a whole. Will it work on a broken heart? The full moon, it definitely will help lift energy if you're open to it, but you have to be open to it. The thing about a broken heart is sometimes we don't want to let the broken heart go because we're like, we still have hope that, like if it's a relationship, we have hope a lot of the times with that broken heart that it will still magically work out. And it could, but holding on to the pain sometimes is easier than letting go of the pain, because if you let go of the pain, then that means it might not go exactly how we want it to go, but how we want it to go isn't always the best thing for us. But yes, being willing to like release the energy of a broken heart and work on your heart chakra. Again, we're going to be doing a chakra balancing meditation that will help. That'll help start the process. It's not like you're necessarily, and I don't want to put any limitations on this either, but it's not necessarily like you're going, I'm going to do a full moon ritual. I'm going to let go of all these things and burn the paper, and then everything's going to be better and life's going to be great. It will help start the process. Some people might have very quick, drastic changes, but to put that pressure of it has to be this way and it has to be like a magical snap of the fingers and everything's different is a lot of pressure you're putting on yourself. So allowing the thought of this is going to help start the process of releasing the pain will be very powerful for you. Someone asked if I do tarot card readings. I do not. I do have a tarot deck. I do have oracle cards, and for my one-on-one clients, I pull a card every call, and it's been pretty spot on. Yes. So anyway, I haven't even got to the questions that I had down. I'm going to go through a few of them, and then I'm going to take some more live questions. And again, one more time, if you would like to join the full moon event tomorrow, it's at 5 p.m. PST. If you can't make it live, it will be recorded, so you can still get the recording of it. It's only $25 to join. And side note, again, anyone who's in the membership, they get instant access to all of the group. And the membership's only $55 a month, by the way. And with the membership, you get monthly group coaching through Zoom. So like this month, we already got together and had my friend Evelyn on as a guest speaker the first week of the month. And then we did a live Q&A and lesson last week. This week, we're doing the full moon ceremony and the members get to come. Next week, we're doing another live group coaching Zoom call. So it's like there've been calls every week for only $55. I'm not joking. What I've put into this membership, I've gone into masterminds where I've paid $10,000 for a 6-month period, and I put more into this $55 a month membership, like more events and more things than I've gotten out of some $10,000 masterminds, because I want to make it accessible to more people, and bring coaching to more people. So again, links down below. If you feel called to do that, $55 a month for the membership or $25 just for the individual one-time event. All right, questions that were asked. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, this is an easy question. Does scripting work better with a pencil? You can script with whatever you want. However, I had a mentor tell me, and it makes sense to me, but I had a mentor who's a psychic and a medium tell me before that she recommends scripting with pencil because it's more of a natural element, and just like spiritually, energetically, there's more of a connection there. So she recommended using pencil. So oftentimes I'll do that, but it's not like a rule. It's like if I can't find a pencil, I'll use a pen. But I mean, based off of that guidance, you can try that out. I've been doing that. If that feels good for you, then do that. Less rules though. Like, I think it's especially manifestation, law of attraction, spirituality in general, there's a lot less like hardcore structured rules than we would think, because energy isn't so structured. Energy is free and open. So it's more of your own intention into it. Okay, tips to improve vibration and have a strong mindset towards manifestation. Meditation is big for me, because within my meditations, I do things like energy clearing meditations, chakra meditations, I do grounding meditations, I do things that shift my energy. So that's been really powerful. And also meditation just helps practice clearing the chaos out of your mind. And trust me, when I started meditating, it was chaotic up there. I was like, I don't get how people do this. This is confusing. I have so many thoughts. This doesn't make sense. But it was the practice of it that helped sort through that. I'm like 4 or 5 years into regular meditation, and I'm like, I get it now. I get it. You have such more strength in your intuition when you can clear your mind. You have more strength in your intention. You're clearing the energy, so that opens up and expands your vibration. There's a tool that I love called emotional resourcing, and I've done this in a video before, and I want to do a full-on meditation video on this, but it's where you think of an emotion, like you think of a time that you felt an emotion, like joy or excitement or accomplishment or whatever like feels good for you, and you think of the time that you felt that. And more so than just thinking and visualizing the time that you felt that, like trying to remember and accessing that feeling in your body, because anything you felt before, you have access to feeling that again. So the more you can practice conjuring up feelings in your body, the more like you have, I don't want to say control, because control sounds restricting. The more you have the availability to raise your vibration or tap into a different energy whenever you want. So just practicing emotions, practicing the high vibe emotions, and like seeing if you can bring them up in your body and like expanding them and like making them bigger and making yourself feel them more and feel like the tingles and the like energy and all that. That's really powerful. Also for raising vibration, just in general, getting outside in nature more, unplugging from devices, get off of Instagram, stop watching TV all the time, stop watching videos all the time. Of course, you can come tune in here and learn things here and there, but spend more time off of the internet, in nature, not even listening to music. I mean, yeah, you can listen to some if it's like, if you like it and it's high vibe, or like tones, like there's high vibrational frequency tones and whatnot, but I just like recommend unplugging fully, getting out in nature, going on a walk, moving your body, getting in the fresh air. Nature is like the quickest hack to shift your energy. All right. What else was asked? Someone said, is there anything else scary on your bucket list after skydiving? If you guys didn't watch my skydiving video, okay, so the last 2 videos, like I was mentioning earlier on, have been like YouTube's, I don't know, YouTube just hasn't been pushing out my stuff, which is kind of discouraging, but everything happens for a reason. Maybe it's to help me voice this to you guys instead of going like, I don't want to even say this out loud because I don't want to manifest it. But like, I do feel like, again, YouTube's been suppressing my channel, which sucks. But if you didn't watch my last 2 videos on my experience skydiving, there was actually manifestation and energy tips within those videos, and they're really powerful. So definitely go check those out. Give it some love. Share them if you find them inspiring. So I just went skydiving, and it was so like divinely led. There were so many signs and synchronicities, and it was mind-blowing, and it was spontaneous. And then the experience itself taught me so much. Again, check out those videos. Awesome. So that checked off of my bucket list. I have actually recently been creating like a list of the things that I want to accomplish within the next 30 years. And that's a good challenge for you guys. Take a piece of paper, make a list of 100 things that you want to accomplish in the next 30 years. And the reason we say 30 years is just so you can dream big, bigger than even just your next level self. So as far as adrenaline rush things goes, I feel like skydiving was like top priority. Of course, like bungee jumping, I'm down for that. I've been on zip lines. I've been on helicopters. So it's like the adrenaline stuff is, I don't know if there's anything bigger adrenaline wise as far as the bucket list goes, but I did put things like make $10 million in a year, or, you know, just all of like these big things that most people would be like, what? And like, that sounds insane, but I've just seen so many people break through what others would assume to be possible. So it's like, why not? Why not set big goals? Because even though I set that goal and it sounds like mind-blowing, I have no doubt that it could happen. Absolutely. If I feel like if I continue to want to have like a limitless life, because that's really what it is for me. It's not about like, oh, I want all the money for whatever reason. It's like, I just want full freedom. And to me, like something big like that just represents like a limitless life of full freedom without any restrictions. Like if I can do big things like that, you prove to yourself how magical you are. Like, not only is there impact, but you can even help more people. And it's just like breaking the matrix, it feels like. It's like breaking what society tells you is possible. And I keep seeing people do it. So when I see people do that, instead of getting triggered and going like, why do they get all the good things? I go like, the fact that all these people are doing it, like, why not claim it for me too, you know? So big things like that are definitely on the bucket list. Okay. I'll take a couple more of these pre-asked questions, and then I'll ask you guys again if you have any more questions. I'm only going to stay on for about like 5 to 10 more minutes because I do have a coaching call with my amazing client, Lauren, soon after this. Someone asked how to open the throat chakra. So going back to like chakra clearing meditations, I really want to do a video about chakras, like just the basic like ones in our body. We have like a ton a ton, but like the basic ones in our body. I will do like a more in-depth like chakra one-on-one video at some point. But one thing to know about the throat chakra, it's for one located in your throat. It's represented by the color blue. So if you feel like you have a closed throat chakra, this means you have a hard time expressing yourself. Maybe even when you do try to express yourself, you feel like this tightening in your throat and you can't get the words out. Maybe speaking in front of people sounds terrifying and it's hard to really fully speak your authentic truth. Those are all signs that you very well could probably have a blocked throat chakra. So just focusing more on this area, I like to just, I do this with all the chakras, but since we're talking about throat chakra, I just like to focus your energy here, and envisioning a blue light opening up is one quick little method. Not quick, I mean spend every day intentional and like saying to yourself as you're focusing and like envisioning a blue light, a blue energy center expanding, and like just like you can conjure up feelings in your body and emotions in your body, like conjure up the feeling of this area expanding and just say things to yourself like, my voice is important. My words are powerful. My words create my life. My opinions are worth being heard. Whatever feels good for you to say, start saying them and say them out loud. And also just like practicing expressing yourself in safe environments. Do you have a friend who you know doesn't judge you? Or even one of my clients lately, she's been taking her phone and just doing like a video diary and just speaking things out to help open her throat chakra. So those are some powerful things. Also, generally with each chakra, like they all have different colors. So this is blue. Natural things that are blue are generally good for that area, like blueberries. What else is blue? Blueberries. That's all that I can think of off the top of my head. But natural things of that color, eating those things with intention and just like, you know, claiming for yourself those things. My voice is important. And your throat chakra is also connected to your hearing. So clairaudience is also like a throat chakra thing. So like as much as you want to claim that your voice is important, like I hear the truth. I speak the truth. I hear the truth. So do you have trouble listening to what other people have to say as well as speaking things out loud? Do you know your MBTI? Nope. I've taken that before, but I don't. There's so many things. It's like, there's your sign. There's like, I know I'm an emotional generator. There's, yeah, so many things. I'm just like, there's relevance to all that, but I'm just me. I'm just me. Okay. I recently applied to my dream nursing program after being rejected from several schools before. It's a really competitive program. Should I apply to more, or is the backup plan confusing the universe? If it's something you genuinely like, then keep doing it. Like, keep going for it. But you have to tune into yourself. Like, is this really what I want? Do I want to help people? And is this the way I want to help them? Because one thing that I've realized around nursing and nurses is like a lot of nurses are natural like healers. They want to help people. But then I know people who get into nursing, and I'm not saying take this to heart, but I know people who are nurses and they're very empathetic. And then it ends up being very draining on their system because they're like, I want to help people, but oh my gosh, I'm taking in all of the sickness and pain and it's overwhelming. So it's like, is this what you want? Is this how you want to help heal? If so, go for it. Or is it just you want to get into healing work? Because if you want to get into healing work, also look into the wide range of all the things. Okay, it's my life dream to be a nurse. Yeah, then continue. Then that's just a sign that that wasn't the one for you, and that the perfect one might not even be one that you're conscious of. As long as it's your truth, then you don't need a backup plan. All right. How can I manifest a person I want them to love me? The way to manifest love from a person is to love yourself first. The way you want another person to treat you, treat yourself that way first. The way you want someone to like speak to you, speak to yourself that way first. And it kind of reminds me of, I used to always feel like I needed someone else to tell me that I was capable. Like I needed someone to give me the okay, that it's okay to follow my dreams. I needed someone else to acknowledge that I was talented, even though inside I was like, I have a good heart. I'm good at things. Like I'm just waiting for someone to see it. Someone will see it and like they'll give me a big break and a chance and I'll like know that it's okay to do these things. But it's like, no, in that scenario just as well, it's like I have to believe in myself and validate myself and tell myself I'm talented first, because that's when the other people notice. Like when you have that self-love or that self-confidence that's not ego, like not like I'm whatever, you know, it's like genuine soulful self-love. Other people feel that in you and they're drawn to that. So releasing the need to have that from another person and giving that to yourself, and then the right person will be drawn to that. There you go. That's my opinion on that. Okay. All right. If you guys have any more questions, leave them. I'm going to stay on for a couple more minutes. Okay, someone said, how can I manifest friends? I seem to have a few, but then I disconnect with them and vibes get negative. I want lifelong friends. Same thing goes with friendships, just like with the relationship. It's like, are you enjoying your own time and your own energy? Because when you get really set on the fact that you enjoy your own company so much, like you'll notice when the aligned people are around, because you get to feel like yourself and you'll feel safe to express yourself and you'll feel understood and you'll attract people who are in the same frequency of just wanting to like have good friends and be themselves and like progress emotionally together. But you have to first be, just like with the love, like you have to first be your true love, and you have to, you don't have to, but it's really powerful to be your best friend, like be your own best friend. Like I have the best time by myself without the need of being in the company of others. And then when people who are aligned friends are around, then it's also fun. And we just like get to be ourselves together. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh, I want to tell you I love your videos. Been following you since you did the foot mask. That is hilarious. If you guys didn't know, and thank you for following me that long, but if you guys didn't know, if you're new here, my channel has definitely developed over the years and it's grown in different ways. Like when I first started YouTube, I was at a completely different stage in my life, because I've had my channel for like 10 years and I was at a completely different stage in my life, and I was just making like random videos and I didn't even know who I was. And I was, I was making videos like through my low points and my depression and just like, and one of the videos that I made about halfway in, probably like 5 years ago, was I tested a foot peel mask, like one that makes your skin peel. Because I saw someone else did it and I was like, that is disgustingly satisfying. I'm going to try it myself, because it interested me. So I tried it and the video blew up. It has like 13 million views on it. So it's funny because so many of my subscribers that are here now came from such random videos that are way different than the content that I post now over the last 10 years. So yeah, that's like my biggest video. And I'm grateful for it, but at the same time, it's like, oh my gosh, it's funny that a lot of people followed me from a foot peel mask video, because I'm sure most of them aren't necessarily the ones who are into this content, to the personal development content. But so it's really cool to hear that you've been following me since that video and you're still like liking my content. It's really cool to hear. So thank you for sticking around that long. I was actually thinking of doing a video, not clickbait, it's true, but entitled How My Feet Sounds. It's out of context. It sounds like super interesting, but like how my feet gain me thousands of followers and thousands of dollars, and just like explaining that crazy thing, because that was a manifestation in itself. Like that was actually when I kind of started like manifestation and writing down like I make more money and like I manifest yada yada yada. And it's like after I started the manifestation techniques, that video blew up. And in that first month of that video blowing up, it made me like $5,000 or $6,000. I think it was that video, but it was just like mind blowing. So that was a manifestation in itself. So it's like you never know how things are going to work out or how manifestations are going to unfold. It's really interesting. I just wanted to say thanks, Annie. I found your channel a couple months ago and it made a huge difference. I've manifested the big things. I haven't manifested the big things, but I can see all the little changes. Yes, and that is where it starts. The little shifts unfold, and then the little things start getting a little bigger and a little bigger. And it's interesting because at some point it's like the little shifts keep shifting a little more and a little more and a little bigger and a little bigger, and they still might not necessarily be like a crazy shift, but it's like the little shifts compound and you get to a place where you're like, all of these little shifts turn into something massive. And I look back and I'm like, all of those little shifts unfolded and now life is completely different from the little shifts. So that's a great place to start. Is it mainly all about energy to manifest what we want? And for how long do we need to maintain positive energy? It is mainly about energy. It's a lot of things, but it's mainly about energy. And it's also not about shaming the non-positive emotions. Like it's learning to almost be an observer of what comes up. And if pain comes up, like not shaming it and saying this shouldn't be here, this is bad, because then that just amplifies it and makes it feel worse, but like processing it and like sitting with it and letting it be a part of your experience, because that's actually what will help pass it through. Because there is this like toxic positivity thing that some people get into where they're like, I can only feel high vibe. If I'm feeling low vibe, then I'm just not going to feel it. I'm going to push it away. But then that just suppresses it. So that's a part of the process as well. But your energy is important, the most important part within manifestation. And I say don't give anything a like time limit. Like know what you want, but you don't have to put the restrictions of time on it. Do you have older clients like 30s and 40s? At this moment, the clients I have are in their 20s, but I've had clients of all different ages. I've had clients that are older than me. They're in their late 30s. Libby, I don't know if Libby's here right now, but Libby is in her 50s and she's freaking amazing. I love Libby. Libby, shout out to you if you're here or if you watch this replay. But I have actually found so much, I've been pleasantly surprised working with women or people who are older than me, because they're just so willing to make shifts in my experience. So it's been awesome. Yes. So I work with people of all ages. Is this live? Yes, this is live. Anyway, does California have senior living centers? Yes, they do. Thanks, Annie. You've helped me so much in my manifestation journey. I started journaling 5 days before my birthday, and my birthday had a miracle happen. I'm so grateful. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I'm so happy to hear that. But anyway, I have a client call with one of my amazing one-on-one clients in 5 minutes, so I should probably let you go. A reminder, if you like this and you're like, I love being here live, definitely check out the link down below and come to the full moon ceremony tomorrow. I'll be guiding you through so much of what we talked about, the energy clearing, the chakra meditation, the water manifestation, the moon release, the fire ritual, all of it. I'll be guiding you through that. And at the end, the last 30 minutes, it's on Zoom, by the way. So at the last 30 minutes, it's going to be Q&A. So you can like talk to me face to face, ask any questions to me like face to face through Zoom if you so desire to turn your video and audio on to talk with me. So that's always fun. I always love that so much. And also it's only $25 to join. But again, the membership, like I mentioned, members get like complete access to like everything as far as events go. So the members get like coaching calls, live meditations, access to all the workshops and events through Zoom, and a private community, and that's $55 a month. Or if you pay in full right now, there are a couple spots that get a one-on-one call with me for the membership. So don't miss that opportunity. Is there live chats with you in the membership too? Yes. So like this month, we're having 2 live coaching calls. We did one a couple weeks ago, and the next one is going to be, is it next week? Either next week or the week after, another live coaching call through Zoom. And like pretty much the people in the membership, as long as they're active, I know them. Like we talk, and like I'm in there every day, like personally hanging out, and like it's awesome. So if you feel called to that, definitely check that out. But thank you all for joining again. If you enjoyed, please hit the like button, share, turn on the notification bell, since YouTube's been stressing me out and not pushing my videos out too much. So if you could give it a little extra love and whatnot, that would mean so much to me. Share any video of mine with anyone who you find would benefit from it. Always love doing lives with you. Thank you all so much. And I hope to see you tomorrow for the full moon ceremony. How many people are in your monthly membership? Right now, I think there's 35, so it's a pretty intimate group still. So join on in, hang out. I'd love to have you. All right, bye.